Wrestling fans, welcome to the BostonWrestling.com super site exclusive. We're now just weeks away from the big 10th anniversary extravaganza MWF X, Saturday, September the 17th at Memorial Hall, as we celebrate 10 years of this great organization. On the phone right now, we have a man that we're very proud to say has played a part in the MWF over the years, the one and only Al Snow. Al, how are you tonight?
Good. How are you, Daniel?
Well, Commissioner Von Johnson is not with us tonight, so it could be...
Not. Well, I thought I missed a smell in the room.
Well, nonetheless, as they say, anything can happen in the world of professional wrestling, and we don't know if there was some kind of a computer glitch, if there was some kind of perhaps sabotage has gone down here in the MWF with John Layfield's Uprising faction, Paul Bear's Trifecta of Terror, but somehow, some way, your calendar was manipulated, and MWF wound up second on the list. I'll give you the mic now to explain.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be there as planned. It was I was double booked, and I have to take responsibility. It was years of head injuries and stuff do play a part in it too, and I lost track, and I agreed to one place, and then also agreed to come in for the MWF, which, believe me, I would truly, absolutely want to be there more than I would the other, but unfortunately I had given my word to the other first. So even though it pains me, I unfortunately am not going to be able to make it to the MWF as much as I love coming there. And I'm being completely sincere. I really have actually missed getting to come back out to Boston and Massachusetts and seeing the fans out there and getting to hang out with yourself and, of course, the always popular commissioner, who I have spread his legend worldwide after an incident where I had truly gotten to know Jay Lethal quite well on that trip, and apparently the commissioner too, a lot more so than what I had ever expected.
Inside and out, as they say. Well, I mean,
pretty much, yes. Yeah.
To the fans at home, it's always a disappointment when a superstar of your caliber that they're looking forward to see and meet isn't able to appear. But this isn't a Jim Neidhart, Jake Roberts, Terry Runnels type story. This is a man that was either sabotaged or he just made a human mistake and was man and professional enough to come on this program and give you an explanation as to why. My only question is, Al, when are we going to have you back? We miss you in the MWF.
I would certainly, anytime you wish, and I will be glad to certainly make it up to you for the confusion and the mistake that, I made. So I would absolutely love to come there at any given time that I can. And look forward to doing it. Like I said, I love coming over there to Boston and hanging out with you, and of course, heading to Kowloon's, and that being the big. It's almost like a rite of passage. You have to go to Kowloon's.
It is. You really can't have a wrestling show in Boston without going to Kowloon and seeing the lawns.
No, you can't. No, and it's fantastic. I mean, I love that place, and I'm not a big Chinese food fan, but when it comes to Kowloon's, boy, I love Kowloon's.
Well, Calhoun's loves the Millennium Wrestling Federation, except for one certain individual, but that is a different story for a different time. Well, let's give you some cheap.
Sure.
While we have you on the phone, let's give you a couple of cheap plugs. Multi-time WWE champion, tough enough trainer for at least, I think, 4 seasons. Now you're involved with TNA Impact Wrestling and even a fledgling movie career. What's the scoop, Al?
Well, I've been doing several movies over the last few years. One just recently premiered called Overtime. They're working on a distribution deal with that. That should be out by the end of the year. Witches of Oz, which is a updated sequel to The Wizard of Oz, and that one's already airing. Television version's already airing internationally, and will air. The television series or version will air probably between Thanksgiving and Christmas here in the United States. They're working on a theatrical release.
Oh, wow.
Should be out sometime in October of The Witches of Oz, and then a comedy that was called Agua Caliente, and that one should be out later this year too.
Wow.
So.
And if that wasn't keeping you busy enough, what's it like in the land of Orlando, Florida with Impact Wrestling now?
I think they're doing good. I mean, I think they're going in the right direction. They're sticking to it, and I think they really have a better understanding of what it is they want to do and how they want to go about doing it, and are taking steps to get there. And I think it's great. I have to be honest. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of fans and things like that would argue or disagree with me, or it's not their cup of tea. But and I'm not saying these things because I work for them. Because if anybody knows me, they know I don't. It doesn't matter if I work for somebody or not. I always just say it like I think. TNA, a lot of people compare it to WWE, and in so much as it is a wrestling company, you can do that. But the comparison there has to it's got to stop, because you have to understand that WWE's been around for decades and has an opportunity to become an iconic brand. I mean, they have a tremendous amount of experience and really have a grasp and an understanding of what it is they're doing. TNA's only been around for, I think, 8 years now?
9 years, yep.
9 years, and even, the average, a regular business, you sell shoes or something, they say that that they're lucky if they survive 5 years, and then they don't really make any money or really hit their stride until after that 5th year and starting to work towards the 10th,
Mm-hmm.
And, considering that they were the little engine that everybody said wouldn't survive, to have lasted almost 10 years is quite an accomplishment in and of itself. And I got to tell you, I've been thoroughly impressed, not by just the in-ring talent, but by the people backstage. I mean, everybody, and I'm not exaggerating. I mean, I really, honestly mean this. Everybody, I'm always impressed with, whenever I go to TV or pay-per-views, at just how hard everybody there works. I mean, they truly do. I mean, they all bust their hind ends. And really impressed with how much passion and how much desire they approach their business. So,
well, Aaron, I don't know if it was something I said to you or someone else in the business, but I specifically remember when you were a free agent, I said TNA was really missing the boat if they didn't bring you into that organization with so much young talent, where you have so much wisdom that you can pass along to the young guys. Is that something you find a great passion in nowadays, or what type of a role do you play at the television tapings and the pay-per-views?
Pretty much that. That's what I do. I mean, I've been situated with, assigned basically the girls primarily, but I do get to work with the guys also. And I mean, all the young talent and everything. I mean, they listen, they want to learn, they want to get better, and they want to learn how to draw money. And I mean, they're really driven to do so, and are really passionate about doing it. I can't, it sounds like I'm just being lip service, but I really am not. I mean, they really are. The whole company is really driven to succeed, and I again am always so impressed at how hard everybody there works. I mean, really, everybody, from office staff to when they're out on the road. I mean, those people hustle and bust their butts. And they've not had Vince's great grandfather.
Right. Yeah. Jess McMahon. Yep.
Yeah, and then then his father, and then of course Vince himself. So that goes a long ways. Do you know what I mean? To help you. Granted, you got to do it on your own, but that experience and that momentum and that background goes a long ways to helping you perpetuate that success. And TNA is a pretty young, pretty fledgling company still. So
in comparison, absolutely, and it's a great thing for the genre itself, for Impact Wrestling to be in existence, to be able to provide so many great talents, full-time income that otherwise may be working the independents, and you know how that deal goes.
Oh yeah, and I think you'll agree. I mean, the wrestling business needs TNA.
Sure.
I mean, even WWE needs TNA. I mean,
Yep.
the fans need TNA because if it weren't, they need that that competition, and if they didn't, if it wasn't there, man, who knows?
My God, yeah.
It just and the talent needed, not just for options as far as an ability to go someplace and make a living, but a place for young talent to go and get experience and to learn the art of professional wrestling. That's slowly being lost.
Well, you can catch Impact Wrestling every Thursday night at 9 p.m. on Spike TV, the home of Bar Rescue with John Taffer, one of my favorites. Al, you amuse me every day with some of your online postings. Where can you be found on Twitter and Facebook, real quick?
The Real Al Snow on Facebook and the Real Al Snow on Twitter.
Well, that's a difficult one to remember. All right.
Yeah.
All right. What?
And the sad thing is that I had to put the Real Al Snow because there are those that were being imposters of me, which my only response to them would be, why don't you aim higher? I mean, seriously. If you're going to be an imposter of somebody, pick a bigger celebrity.
Well, your jokes can't be matched, but I'm being informed right now by our studio director. Apparently, Commissioner Von Johnson is working on a big surprise replacement, and if it's one thing you know, Al, Commissioner Von Johnson is full of big surprises.
Oh, he is certainly full of big surprises, without a doubt. I don't know if anybody knows this, but on his side vocation, Commissioner Von Johnson was working on being a hypnotist. Just things went really bad because he, on his first act, tripped over the microphone cord and screamed, a profanity, and then they've been still cleaning up ever since.
All right, I think we'll leave it at that. Fans, unfortunately, we're disappointed. We'd really love to have Al back in the MWF. If you've been at one of our events before when Al's been with us, you know how much fun it is. And hopefully in the near future, he can be with us again. But Commissioner Von Johnson apparently is negotiating with a suitable replacement as we speak, so we may have more news as the night goes on.
And that's quite an accomplishment considering how much his hands are always full, as you well know. As well as his pants.
Can't go to sleep without it. Well, Al, thank you so much for being, honestly, a true professional and coming on the show and explaining what the inside scoop was, as most people would try and run from it or just not even show up for the plane. Like I said, we hope to see you soon. And again, to entertain the thousands and thousands of fans we hope to have when you're here.
Well, please pass it along to Commissioner Von Johnson that when the opportunity comes up, I will certainly be there, and we'll be glad to make up for any confusion that was caused this time. So,
sounds like a deal, fans. Like I said, the commissioner may have news. We're going to end the interview now and thank Al so much for being with us. Check him out on Facebook and Twitter. You'll be entertained throughout the day.
Thank you, Daniel.